With the rise in number of investors, what to expect of the markets and the exchange? To answer all these questions, we have here with us Ashish Chouhan, who's the MD and CEO at NSE. Hello, sir. Welcome to the show.
In terms of the number of investors from previous Diwali to this Diwali, we have gone up in terms of the number of investors by 2.1 crores. Last Diwali, we had 8.4 crore unique investors. Today, we have 10.5 crore unique investors, literally more than 25% increase in last 1 year, and largely on the back of young population, which is investing in stock markets. Indian youngsters are now earning most of the time more than their parents at their retirement age. And they are consuming a lot, but they are also very responsible in saving. And they are now able to invest directly into the stock markets, in addition to, of course, investing through SIPs in mutual funds and also through new pension scheme as well as the EPFO. And so there are a variety of ways which have allowed them to invest and stay in touch with stock markets.
So what you mean to say is that the young investor would be reacting positively to the recent corrections in the markets?
In a way, the corrections, ups and downs are part of the investment journey, especially in stock markets. And that's why they've also given excellent returns. And many of these youngsters have understood this very well. And that's why, if you would have seen, during COVID times, market had gone down by more than 40%. And still, all of them have been investing continuously on those periods and even now, right? So, effectively, many young people are more mature than we give them credit for.
So the markets are witnessing corrections for the first time post-COVID now. So how do you think will it impact the market? Is it healthy for the market, or how do you see the whole situation as?
No, there were more corrections in between also. It's just that we seem to remember only the last correction. But it's a part and parcel of
Like a
sort
major
of,
correction.
in a way, there are many parameters that affect the markets, not only company-oriented, company-related parameters, but also the industry, as well as the country and also the international. In this case, there has been some weakness seen in China, and also, of course, America's interests have increased recently in last 1 month, despite expectations of their going down. In fact, their Federal Reserve, which is equivalent to their RBI, has tried to bring down the interest rates, but given the tussle in their presidential election, people think that the new government would be able to increase the deficit, and that's why the interest rates will remain high, and that's how the carry trade has ensured that the foreign institutional investors take away the money back to US. And so that's where this correction is. But overall, last 2 quarters also, we have not invested in infrastructure as a country as much as we had projected. The current deficit of the government, budget deficit, is running at around 30% for first 6 months of the year. So which means that the next 6 months, the government is going to increase its infrastructure build-up, and that's going to ensure that the growth rate over next 6 months or 9 months is going to be much higher than what RBI has predicted.
So what do you view as the F&O regulations came recently? How has the impact been on the exchange and markets in general?
In some ways, whenever the government and the regulators feel that there is excessive speculation by small investors, to save small investors, they come out with tougher regulation. This regulation has to be taken in that sense to save and protect small investors. And in some ways, one portion of that has become already applicable in terms of the higher STT, which has been applicable from October 1. But other steps which SEBI has taken will come into practice over next few months. It remains to be seen what is their final impact. But naturally, it will have some large impact going forward.
With the rise in algo trading, how do you think the future of trading will be like?
Basically, the algo trading has been going on in India for last almost 12, 14 years and across the world. And that is bound to happen. There are newer technologies which are going to also join in that framework, like artificial intelligence or quantum computing and all. But broadly speaking, the world is currently very used to algorithm trading, And at the same time, individuals like me and you, we may not use algorithms and we may invest if you are investing directly. And we also, for us also, it becomes easier to place orders and check things of what is happening to the stocks we are investing using the same technologies.
Do you think the machines would take over with Algo rise? I mean, just a question.
No, that's always a question. When NSE started on October 3, 1994, it was a Diwali day like this, Diwali evening. So we are completing our 30 years of operations. People used to think that the trading used to happen on a floor where thousands of people used to meet and almost they used to look like they're fighting while trading because there was so much of noise. And when the NSE started, people thought, will stockbroking or stock trading close down because machines will start matching orders, which was essentially a human function. And today, we have, in those days, I recall the best days, the largest exchange of India, Bombay Stock Exchange, used to trade 10,000 trades a day. Today, NSE on a good day does 30 crore trades, right? Because automation allows you to do many more things, but it also allows you to do what you want to do better. And that's where the machines will do their job. You will do your job, and if you want to invest yourself directly, you should be able to invest in a much better fashion. That's what has happened. The NSE's advent has brought the stock market into everyone's hand, which was not possible. Only 1,000 people could go onto that floor, whereas today the entire country, even international people, can participate on real time. And that's what the technology does. It brings newer opportunities and newer ways of doing things which we would not have even imagined when they came about.
What could be the implications of NSE IPO paper which has been filed?
We have not received any further update yet. So once we receive, we will inform.
But what is the future vision as to what could be the implications, if you would like to share that with us?
No, in a way, the listing is a requirement by our shareholders, and we would basically be trying to fulfill their needs for that.
How has the performance of the exchange been in the last year?
Last year, NSE 50 has given returns of 25%, and NSE 500 has given return of 30%. So it has been a great year despite the recent slowness. But overall, this year has been a great year for investors sort of investing in Indian stock markets.
And my last question to you is that with the rise in population and growing needs of the investors, do you think we would need another exchange?
Anyway, there are two different models in the world. Most countries have a single exchange, and many countries put together also have now figured out how to run a single exchange. That is true with European countries, and even some Latin American countries have now combined to run one exchange instead of 3-4 countries running separately, which they used to run earlier. And there is an American model which has many more exchanges. So it remains to be seen what model India wants to adopt. Today, we have largely two running exchanges.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for those insights. Thank you.